Welcome to Desiro's Radio.
We came home. We got here about 6 o'clock, 6:30. I didn't sleep well the night before, so I just crashed. And when I woke up, it said 10 o'clock. And I thought it was 10 o'clock in the morning the next day. So I thought I overslept. And I was like, well, I started rushing around getting ready. And then I was like, wait a minute, the sun's not even out yet. Like, I didn't see it through my, the blinds. Like I couldn't see light shining through. And I was like, wait a minute. So I look outside and it's dark. I was like, what the heck? And then I go and I look on my tablet and it's nighttime. And I was like, what happened? I fell asleep and it just like totally messed me up. So I totally forgot to eat lunch. I forgot to eat dinner. And I've been craving tempura. So I got this shrimp. I got like the giant shrimp. And I just made some tempura and I had it about an hour ago. So I kind of have to wait for my food to settle and then I'm going to go to sleep. Since I'm debating whether to stay home tomorrow. But, sorry, it's unprofessional. But the only reason is because it's going to be so hot. It's going to be almost 100 degrees tomorrow. And I'm just dreading that heat. It's just hard. I can't stand it. I think I already talked about this. Okay, so I had the jazz festival last weekend. I guess that was the last. That wore me out. That whole jazz festival wore me out. But we had fun. Sorry. I'm so tired. I don't even know why I'm on here. I've been working hard trying to make more of these wall masks, these like wall hangings that I've been doing. And the last selling thing, I almost sold them all. I had only two left. And now I'm like, oh my God, because I worked I got my money back. But I honestly didn't expect for them to do so well. So I posted some on Twitter, and I've got some on one of my Facebooks. I was posting some, and those are the only pictures I have. Like, I didn't even take quality pictures of them before I sold them. So I'm trying to copy and remake some of them. But yeah, they seem to be going well. The only thing is there was like, oh, these are so Picasso-like. And it has nothing to do with Picasso. I didn't even look at Picasso's stuff. This was like my own stuff. But I just, whatever. Whatever. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so we got early morning here. I was just checking out my Twitter. I guess Madonna on the 22nd on the Billboard Music Awards, iHeart tweeted out that Madonna is going to do this tribute to Prince. So I think that'd be something interesting to see. I understand trying to hang on to some of your hip stuff, but when you reach a certain age, you just don't do that, because it makes you look desperate. You shouldn't do that. And it doesn't come off right because you're old, right? So that's why it's like you just don't. But it is your life. You're only living once, and if you enjoy doing stuff like that, I don't know. The more I learn about this and the more I watch my foods and stuff as I get older, the more I'm convinced that this FDA, they just do that according to what they want to sell you. What they want. Because, like, that whole pyramid thing, they say, oh, well, this is what medically your body needs. And they would have this pyramid with all this food that you're supposed to get within a day. And it's not reasonable. Your body can't sustain on one meal a day with just little snacks, right? You should only eat to fuel your body. But we have been trained to eat 3 meals a day with snacks and all this stuff and all these unnecessary things. So they would be like all these dairy products and all these grains and wheat and all this stuff. So what do you got now? You got a bunch of people who are gluten intolerant and lactose intolerant, and like their bodies weren't meant for that. So here, let's redefine healthy foods. If it grows in the ground, from the ground, or grows in a tree, or grows in a plant, and it's edible, it's healthy. Okay? If it came from a seed and it grew, it's healthy. Not all of it. Some of it's poison stuff, but you get my drift. If you're into eating animals, I'm talking like beef and stuff like that. Most likely, it's healthy. Fruits, anything like that. The only time I think these kind of foods that are processed that could do somebody good is if there's something else going on in their body, and the only way to get the vitamins in are like vitamins that are put into cereal, like you would stay with Kellogg's. I think Kellogg's Corn Flakes is supposed to be the kosher. So there's, like, if you stick to kosher foods, they should be all right? For, people's stomachs and digestion and stuff like that. But other than that, everything else is bad. That's how you redefine it. Everything else is bad. And as much for that pyramid could go, burn it. Burn the pyramid. It's not going to work because everybody's blood type is different and everybody's body is different. And like some person may need a lot of oranges. They need a lot of vitamin C. They need, like with me, I need a lot of iron. And I can't have a lot of vitamin C because I get plenty of vitamin C. Somebody needs vitamin D, which is like you could get it from the sun. Some of those you need a supplement. Some people need supplements for this, depending on where they live, things like that. But you should know your body. You should know according to what's going on with it, whatever ailments you have that are vitamin deficient. And there's a way to do it. But like I said, unless it grew from a seed, okay, from the ground, from a tree, from a plant, whatever, and it was alive, those are okay. Anything else processed is not food. I'm sorry to say, it's just not food. But if you're talking like tortillas or pasta, that, okay, you can, if you actually sat there and grind the corn and everything yourself to know that it's not totally processed. But if it came in a box, it's processed. And if it came in a box from America, I hate to say it, you got a lot of crap in there. That's right. So that's why they have a lot of organic labels now, because there's people that process it a little bit different. But I know Kellogg's is one of the first companies that started making kosher food. So I'm just going on a rant. Okay, so anyways. Okay, addicts who can't find painkillers turn to anti-diarrhea drugs. The active ingredient in the anti-diarrhea drug Imodium, loperamide, whatever, can offer a cheap high if it is consumed in large amounts. Well, that's just a great thing to put there in an ad so that some idiot can read that and decide to take a bunch of antacids. All right, let's see. Oh, it's widespread. I guess a lot of people are doing this. In one case, 39-year-old man collapsed at home and was pronounced dead at the hospital. His family said he had once managed his opioid addiction with Anti-diarrhea medications are cheap, legal, and can be bought easily in large quantities without raising suspicion. Costco sells 400 loperamide tablets for just $7.59. There it is again, the FDA. The FDA approved it, and it became an over-the-counter drug. All right. Well, there they are again, FDA. I call this show FDA, anti-FDA. Oh, I am in the health section. Okay, so this is why I'm seeing a lot of this. But everything's FDA approved. FDA. Okay, employers will have to publicly disclose their workers' injuries now. What? Publicly disclose them? What do they mean? Oh, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration plans to post the workplace injury data on website, just like a public health grade for a restaurant. Who's though? Thanks to a new rule announced by the Labor Department on Wednesday, employers operating in dangerous industries must now submit data on workplace injuries to the federal government, which will then release information to the public. All right. Employers want to be seen as top employers of their industry. No employer wants to be seen publicly as offering a dangerous workplace. No, you know what? They need to do this. I'll tell you, I was working at this one. Okay, the title was so deceiving. The title made it sound like it's any individual who have something going on, like all their shit's going to be out there. This is for companies. And I will tell you, there was this one company I worked for, and they had different things. They had areas. There was a clean room with some acids and stuff like that. Well, right outside the door, they had the assemblage workers, right? Right, like, in front of the door where the fumes go out. And that company was so hush-hush. That was so dangerous. Like, there was all these people always getting sick, people dying. And we've had employees like that where just drive to work and be sitting in their car and they'd be dead. Like, they just show. And they were young, right? And there was this one couple, and the girl was pregnant. And I remember telling her, I go, why don't you move? Oh, I can't, my boss. And I kept telling her, you better move. You know, you better tell the boss to move you. You're pregnant. You can't be sitting right here with all these acids. They don't want to listen, right? Because they're those type of employees. Like, I will cause a stink. Like, this is probably why people don't hire me all the time. But she's just like, no. She lost her baby. She lost her baby at 6 months. And it was the acid, that she was breathing in. But yeah, see, so like something like that, they would end up posting. And that, I think that's just for people to know before they get the job. If people decide, like if you work with oil or places, there are workers that work the oil rigs and things like that where you can, the consequences, the dangers, and people still accept those jobs. So it's not going to, but at least it would cut down, I think, on lawsuits. That's what I think this does. Like, it would cut down on lawsuits because a person can't technically start suing for all this stuff in their employment if the dangers were already posted of the possibilities of things that could happen. You know what I mean? Okay. So that's my thought without totally reading the article. Yeah. All right. So now let's go look at something else. We're in the health section of the news of whatever's been going on. Okay. I don't know how to say these drugs. Ketamine. Okay, club drug. Ketamine provides hope in fight against depression. All right, this sounds interesting. Another drug for depression. What do we got? We had Effexor. We had all kinds of stuff. I forgot. There's a whole list of drugs for depression. Okay, the popular club drug may be a viable treatment option for those who suffer from depression. The drug could not hold particular promise for people who are suicidal, though, according to results of one study. Depression is so common that most people in the U.S. spend about $11 billion each year to relieve their symptoms. Most antidepressants work by adjusting the brain chemicals that affect your mood, and while some are effective, the drugs are far more than perfect. They typically take up to 2 months to work, and even then, only 30% of the people respond to any given drug. That leaves most people to cycle from one prescription until the next. Hopefully, one starts to lift their feeling of hopelessness and helplessness. All right. There it is. Ketamine, whatever, is approved by the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA again. Some drugs are necessary and needed, but I think they should allow people to use natural things. And that's why I think they should legalize marijuana, because a lot of this stuff would be helpful for a lot of things. A little, But I'm not saying this one correctly. I know I'm not. I don't know the correct pronunciation. But that ketamine or ketamine, I don't know. I guess it's a recreational drug that people have been using, and they're saying that it may treat some depression. But they don't know, like it'll help people before they feel suicidal kind of stuff. But with depression, that could happen at any time. You don't know, yeah, you have like a good day or a bad day, but that's a kind of a deep thing. It doesn't always, those thoughts don't always just go away, they'll stay there. It'll help someone at the moment, but like we've experienced and know people, you don't know. So, but what I was going to talk about was like with me. I'll share my experience. Okay, so after my leg injury, my initial leg injury, I had three types of surgeries, one after the other, with a downtime of 8 weeks after each one. So for a year, I was pretty much bedridden, going through a whole healing process for my foot. And this is the original injury. Well, during that time, they gave me all these ibuprofens, these 800 ibuprofens. And I took them religiously. And they just keep giving them to me. And, so I figured it was like Tylenol. Like, it's just a different type of pain medicine like Tylenol. So it was okay to keep taking. Come to find out, I started having stomach problems. And what it was, I didn't get an ulcer, but I was getting close to it. Like I started getting a lot of weird problems with my stomach. And I go and read, I'm trying to figure it out. And what they do is they just keep giving you more drugs. So come to find out, with a lot of searching and all that stuff for me, which has contributed to a lot of stuff that I experience now, right? Because there was a lot of damage done. And ibuprofen, if you take it for a long time, it will give you ulcers. It'll mess up your liver. Like, there was all these things. And I took it religiously at least for like 2 years, 3 years. And so to make a long story short, I'm always on these different medications for my stomach. Well, about 5 weeks ago, I ran out of my prescription because I got, the school is, when I'm in classes or when I'm, enrolled, it takes up a lot of my time. Like, I can't do nothing except go to class and come home and crash. Like, there's nothing I can do. I can't go to appointments. I can't do anything except my work, And so I didn't refill the prescription. And so for like the first week, my stomach was just going crazy. Like, and I'm talking where it's a weird pain. So on occasion, I drink apple cider vinegar drinks, right? It's like you get a large glass of water, you put like 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. You could put a little bit of cranberry juice or lemon or honey. But you can make some, okay, I know it smells bad and like some people can't stand it. For some reason, I could drink it. I'm fine with it. But I don't drink it that often. I only drink it sometimes if my stomach was really upset. Well, I did some more research on it, and it's like, okay, I guess it's supposed to be safe to drink more, than once a day, every day. Like, you should be okay. So I decided, and it does talk about how it helps your stomach, like the pH balance. Like it has a certain acid that helps the acid for your stomach or something. So I decided to just do that. So I've been doing that for about 5 weeks now. I haven't had that medicine and I'm already feeling better. So I'm just like, oh my God. I maybe like the first 4 days, it was really weird as if it was changing, right? Like my stomach acids or the pH balance was changing. And right now I feel fine. Like I feel a lot better than I did. And I'm not having problems. Like a little bit, like when I woke up at 10, tonight, it was hurting a little bit. So I drank some and then it just went away. It was like, it just soothed it, and I was like, what the heck? So where was I getting with this? Okay, so all these medicines that they give you are not always necessary. You have to watch it and you have to do the research because they'll just keep giving it to you. And then when you research it and you realize you're not supposed to take, and that was the thing, the medicine they had me on, I wasn't supposed to take it this long. It was supposed to be a temporary, it's offered as a temporary medication. Well, I've been taking it for about 2 years, every day. And it was like, I don't know, maybe that's what I was getting was those side effects. Maybe that's why who knows? But it pisses me off. And the next time I see my doctor, I'm going to tell her, like, what the hell? You're trying to kill me. What the hell? So yeah, now I drink that every day before I eat something. And it's been I've been feeling all right. And then you have to make sure you drink a lot of water throughout the day. So I've been drinking lots and lots of water. I did break down and buy one of those little things that flavor your water because the water was grossing me out. Like if I drink too much water, I feel like I'm going to throw up. But if I put some of that, not Crystal Light, but, something equivalent, and I squeeze some of that flavor thing in it, then at least I can hold it down, the water, because water sucks. Like, it's so gross. Like, sometimes, yeah, it's great, like when it's really ice cold and it's 100 degrees and you have nothing else and you're dying of thirst. But when you have to drink it, like, all day long, it's disgusting. It is. It's like gross. But I'm doing it. So, yeah. Okay. So that's my medication rant on that one. Let's see if there's one more article I could check out here. Here, back to mental health again. Let's see. We're going to read how Walgreens is improving access to mental health care. Okay, one of the hardest parts of dealing with mental health issues is getting the help you need. Yep, that's right. And Walgreens, one of the country's largest drugstore chains, is aiming to help solve that problem with a partnership with Mental Health America. Together, they've launched a mental health section on the Walgreens website that includes a free online screening information. Whoa! And an online therapist. Okay, let's check it out. We're going to Walgreens. That's different. Actually, that's very different. Okay, I'm on Walgreens. Now, where's this mental health thing? Health info and services. All right. Refills. Shingles. Pneumonia. All right, where's this thing that they were talking about? Okay. Okay, it includes a free online screening information provided by plus breakthrough services. Okay, where's the screening at? Okay. More Healthline services. All right, let's see. Is it infusion services? What is infusion therapy? Can be done through blood vessels. Ugh, I don't know what that is. But that was scary. All right. Well, I don't see this thing they have. Maybe you have to join them first. Maybe you have to actually log in. Yeah, it looks like a login thing. Well, okay. Beyond that, the pharmacy chain is offering specialized training for its pharmacists, nurse practitioners, and physician assistants to better understand depression and anxiety. Walgreens now offers guide online over the phone for patients starting new treatment. Oh, the organization, they want to collectively have 3 million online screenings collected by 2017. Well, I mean, they want this information collected. That's the part that bugs me. Why would they want 3 million people's information collected? Like, it should be there just to help people. But, it's not uncommon because, I mean, look at the kind of things that people are living with right now. So it's not uncommon that there would be a rise in depression and, a lot of mental health things because people are dealing with a lot. I noticed that at the high school. When I'm teaching at the high school, the kids are, geez, if I was in high school right now, I thought it was stressful when I was going. The stress they have is it's worse. I don't know if it's the combination of their social lives are now online too. So they have a lot of online drama on top of school and things like that. So I don't know if that's part of it. But anyways, okay, so that's Walgreens. All right. Let's see. Hey, Stabby. It's pretty bad when no one's at Deserts. Well, no one's at mine because that's 3 o'clock in the freaking morning. No one normal is up at this time, Stabby. Plus, I gotta go to bed because I gotta wake up in 4 hours. But I couldn't sleep because I fell asleep when I got home at 6. I woke up at 10:30, 11 o'clock, and then I decided I wanted tempura, so I tried to make tempura shrimp, and I made broccoli and crab legs. The crab leg one was disgusting. But I thought I was going to be ambitious and use crab meat to try to make tempura out of, and it didn't turn out. Actually, none of it turned out. I'm never going to make it again. I'm going to find a homemade tempura batter to use because I bought that box tempura and that thing sucked ass. There wasn't even any breading. I mean, it still tastes good because it was shrimp. But it didn't get no fluffy tempura on it. Like, what the heck? What a waste of freaking money. Okay, it only cost me like $1.70 something, but still, that thing sucked. I can't believe I bought that. I will never do that again. That's why I'm talking about boxed foods suck. Just make it yourself. Okay, let's change the news and go to business. Google to ban payday lending ads, calling industry harmful. Okay. All right. Let's see. Macy's reignites retail worries. They've had the worst quarterly report since the recession. Oh, yeah. Let's see what else. Anything else? Kroger's planning to hire 14,000. Okay, let's see what location, if you're looking for a job. Kroger is what? What is it, a store? I don't know what it is. But they're planning to hire 14,000 new workers, 200 in southern West Virginia. I don't know what it is. It looks like it's a Rite Aid or something. Okay, well, whatever it is, those interested in applying, go to jobs.kroger.com and return to the stores on Saturday between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. for an interview. So, if you go and you apply online, just go to the store on Saturday. Don't wait for them to respond or hunt you down, because chances are you're not going to get hired if you're sitting there waiting for a response. So what they're telling you is make sure your application is in there, that you've applied, and just go to your local Kroger store on Saturday between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. for open interviews. All right? But I don't know where these stores are. Okay. They do hire veterans. So, if you're a veteran and you need a job, that place is hiring. Okay. What else? That's it. That's it in the business section. Let's see if there's anything in technology. Let's look at technology. Nintendo 2DS price cut, new games announced. Okay. Well, it will drop $80 starting May 20th. Oh, Nintendo 2DS will drop in price to $80 starting May 20th. So, if you wait a couple weeks, you could get it cheaper than whatever you were buying it for. All right. And Nintendo's Fire Emblem and Animal Crossing mobile games will both be free. They're 2 mobile games. I guess you put them on your phone. YouTube built a messaging feature into its mobile app. Oh my God. I wonder if that works with Hangouts. Let's see. YouTube built a messaging feature in your mobile app. I do not want the messaging thing from YouTube. Like, you don't want to talk to these people I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already get it on Facebook and stuff. Can't I just, unless that chat is up while you're on Hangouts, but other than that, I don't want to actually talk to these people. Do you know what I mean? Because some people leave some fucked up messages on your videos. Can you imagine if they can just all contact you? Like, hell no. What are they thinking? Oh, look it says, you may be thinking, what does YouTube want with the messaging service? That was me. And who will even use it? These are good questions. The company thinks that it can increase the amount of videos it shares. No, they don't need no freaking messaging thing. That's so dumb. They want to be like Snapchat and stuff like that and Facebook. That is so dumb. I'm not using it. If anybody messages me on YouTube, I'm going to say, fuck you. I'm sorry. I ain't talking to you. What the hell? If I wanted to talk to you, I would have, well, I don't know what I would have done, but I don't want to talk to you. Obviously, that's why I'm on YouTube. All right. Let's see. What else is there? Explore the heady variety of craft beer brewed here. Oregon's famous thirst for local products can be seen in Portland. All right. I've been to some of those places where they brew their own beer. Those places are awesome. I don't drink beer, so, but I like the way it, I like the whole idea of having that kind of place. And they have like tons of different kind of beers to choose from. But I don't drink beer, so I just like being there if they have good food. Okay, we're not touching politics. Not today. They don't need to be in every aspect of my life right now. Okay? What else? That's it. I don't see any. Okay, science. 80% of the world's city dwellers are breathing bad air. No. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Okay. Native Americans in Oklahoma are planting seeds to help monarch butterflies. And that's it. So, before I end the show, if you're bored and you don't have anything to listen to, check out YouTube. Go to the live thing, and let's see what's on right now. You can watch the eagle cam. I've watched the puppy cam. The only thing is sometimes they don't have sound on it. So you have to be actively watching it, but it will put you to sleep. They're so cute. But they have like these animal cams now. They're finally hooking up with YouTube. And then, let's see. But right now, who's watching who? We've got reading aloud to kids. So this person's on. They got 25 watchers. And we got a lot of webinars right now. I don't like the webinars. Remember, a webinar is a webinar that's trying to sell you something. Okay, so unless you're into that stuff, you could go under the technology, and they have NASA and things like that. You could watch all these things that are going out, from the astronauts. Oh my God, they got a honey bee cam live. Let me look at the bee cam. What would you... They have a chat. Oh, they're offline. Why does it say it's live if it's offline? Okay. But what's hitting big on YouTube is the gaming ones. When people just watch you play games, that's getting extremely popular. It's probably one of the most popular genres on YouTube right now. and it's just people watching each other play. But you got to have some personality. You know, you got to like yell at each other or talk. Like there's one guy, he just talks the whole time. I don't know. It's almost like he's doing a radio show or like someone here on Spreaker. But he's playing these games and he's just talking. And he gets thousands of people watching him when he plays. It's kind of cool. That's it. I don't see anything. So for the gaming, you've got Dark Matter, Minecraft, the playoffs. Oh, it's a rebroadcast. Rainbow Six, Pubs with Subs. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot more. You got more than 100 on right now. That's crazy. You can watch Super Mario Maker, Pokemon Showdown, the Sketch Squad Gaming Network, or they put their name in. See if there's any. There. So there's like a ton. There are like a ton of gamers right now. I don't know what any of these games are. Black Ops 3. I'm just reading the ones that sound familiar. Call of Duty. So yeah, if you're a gamer, that's where you should go. Okay, there we go. That was it. We got some news, something for you guys to do. How many minutes have I been on? All right, I've been on almost exactly 1 hour. I'm going to go and hit my bed. I get to wake up and spend all day in the ceramics room. I'm making so many things, you guys. I'm going to miss it. But I got approval to continue using the kilns. So I'm excited about that. And as far as my college career, I think I'm done for a while. Like, I'm so over it. I am. I'm so over it. I was looking at my transcripts. I have been going to the university off and on for 5 years now. It doesn't seem that long, but it has. It's been 5 years. I was like, oh my God, what the hell? So I think I'm done. And so I talked to, the campus people, some of the professors, and they're like, no, they know me. They're like, no, just bring your stuff in, whatever I make. So I'm just going to order my clay. I'm going to make my stuff, and I'll bring them down for them to fire. And so at least I could keep in business, I could keep doing what I'm doing. So that is exciting. I mean, I've read where some people have their own kilns and things like that, but I don't have a place where I could do something like that. I would have to have a lot of land, like with a big porch, with covered porch and, bunch of shelves and stuff like that. I would have to have my own studio.